Tomorrow is your wedding face-to-face meeting, right? I'm really looking forward to it. How are you feeling about it? A little nervous, perhaps?
Well, yeah. I mean, there's definitely some nervousness. It's kind of a big day, isn't it?
What's bothering you? You seem a little unsure about something. Are you worried about anything in particular?
It's about May's mother. I can't quite put my finger on it, but I've been thinking about her a lot recently.
What do you mean? Is she really someone you should be concerned about? She's not the kind of person who'd make you feel uneasy, is she?
Well, May has always known that I don't have a father around, but I told her mother about it the other day, and she seemed to be a bit uncomfortable with the idea. She asked me for my mother's contact information, which was strange. I don't know why she'd want that.
Oh, I see. She actually asked for your mom's contact info? That seems a little strange. Do you think she's planning to discuss something important with me, or is it something she feels she needs to clarify first?
I'm honestly not sure. It's been weighing on my mind, and I'm not entirely sure what to make of it. I'm just a bit confused and honestly a little uncomfortable with the whole situation.
But May already knows the truth, right? She's aware of everything, so there shouldn't be any reason to worry. Her mother's reaction might just be her own issue. What do you think she's really going to say?
Well, May did mention that her mother has a bit of an authoritarian personality. Maybe because I come from a single-parent household, she feels the need to make some judgment or comment on that. She might be trying to make things difficult for my mom or even criticize the situation, but I'm hoping that won't happen. I just don't want to deal with any unnecessary conflict.
I get what you're saying. Trust me, I've dealt with my fair share of baseless prejudices, so don't worry too much about that. I'm sure your mother's strong enough to handle anything that comes her way. You don't need to take on all this stress. Are you really that worried about what May's mother might say?
Well, yeah, I guess I am. I'm just trying to protect my mom, you know? I don't want her to feel uncomfortable, and I'm not sure what May's mother could say. May's already told me that she might not be the easiest person to deal with, and that's been on my mind.
Look, if you're worried about me, you really don't need to be. I'm fine handling these situations on my own. You should just focus on what matters. As for the contact info, if May's mom really insists on knowing, I don't have any problem with giving it to her. It's not a big deal.
Okay, I get it. But still, if anything odd comes up, just let me know. I'm keeping an eye on things too. It's hard not to be concerned when something doesn't seem right.
I understand, but I don't think there's going to be an issue. I've dealt with worse, and I think this will be fine. It's just been something on my mind, you know? Sometimes you can't help but worry.
Well, you're right.
I know you're just looking out for everyone, but you don't have to worry about me. If anything happens, I'll handle it. Besides, it's really May's mother's problem, not ours. Yeah, I guess you're right. I just don't want there to be any tension or awkwardness. I want everything to go smoothly, especially tomorrow. I completely understand. It's important to me that tomorrow goes well, too. But we're in this together, and nothing is going to change that. We'll face whatever comes our way, okay?
Okay, thanks for reassuring me. I'll just focus on making sure everything goes well tomorrow and try not to think about all the what-ifs.
That's the spirit. Everything will work out just fine, and if anything comes up, we'll handle it together. Just remember, you're not alone in this. This is May's mother. Good evening. I've heard from Cam. I'm Alyssa, May's mother. It's nice to finally speak with you, and I look forward to getting to know you better as we move forward. I'm going to be very direct. Can you cut ties with Cam? Pardon? I'm afraid I don't quite follow. What are you asking? Do you not understand what I'm saying? I'm being straightforward here.
Your presence in Cam's life has done nothing but cause trouble. If you don't promise to sever all ties with him and never have anything to do with him again, I can't allow this marriage to happen.
Are you saying my very existence is a problem? What are you implying here? Is this because we come from a single-parent household?
Of course, it's not just about that, but yes, being from a single-parent home does play a part. I've seen what kind of background Cam comes from. He's a successful businessman running his own company. He worked hard to get where he is. He deserves to marry someone from a family with a more suitable background. You, on the other hand, are nothing but a hindrance. You're poor, and I won't let you influence his future.
You have some nerve to say that. You don't know anything about us, do you?
Cam's success comes from his own hard work. He's the one who built everything he has from the ground up. I allowed this marriage because I thought it was a good match. But to think that someone like you, a single mother, is going to be a part of this union? It's disgraceful. You're only going to lean on your son for support when you grow old. That's what people like you do, isn't it? It's disgusting. I won't let Cam's wealth be tainted by someone like you.
What on earth are you even talking about? You're so far off, it's almost laughable. I'm not planning on relying on anyone when I get older. Where's this coming from?
It doesn't matter whether you plan on relying on him or not. If there's even the slightest chance that it could happen, I'm going to stop it before it starts. I've already seen enough of what's out there in the world, and my daughter's happiness is all I care about. If there's a risk, I want to eliminate it completely. That's the only way to protect her future.
I can't believe what I'm hearing. You're saying all of this as if you know anything about me. I didn't ask to be judged like this.
If you really cared about your son's happiness, you'd understand that cutting all ties with you is the best thing for him. You should be able to see that for yourself. If you loved him, you would do what's best for him, no matter what.
I'm not going to just cut ties with Cam. Anita, I understand that you don't approve of me or my situation, but there's no way I'm agreeing to this. You're not going to dictate who Cam can or can't have in his life.
Oh, really? You think so?
What do you mean by that?
You still don't get it, do you? There's never been a situation where things didn't go the way I wanted. I'm used to having everything go according to my plan. We're talking about marrying into the president's family, for heaven's sake. I'm not about to let some outsider ruin all of that. I won't allow it. If there's even a hint of trouble, I'll crush it before it can do any damage.
You keep mentioning this president's family, but let me remind you of something. Your husband's company is a subcontractor to another business, isn't it?
What did you just say?
I'm not saying this to be rude, but your husband's company is not exactly a major player. He's the hired president of a much larger company. And as for Cam and I, we're not planning on relying on anyone. We want an equal, respectful relationship with both of our families. We're not asking for anything special.
Equal? Are you serious? Don't talk to me about equality. I'm from a family of status and power. You're from a completely different world, and you need to know your place.
I can't believe you would say something like that, especially so openly. I had been looking forward to our face-to-face meeting this weekend. But now, it's so disappointing. I never expected to be spoken to like this, especially not just before we were supposed to meet.
Are you still planning to come to the meeting?
What? Isn't this the meeting between both families?
Well, that was the plan, but without a father present, it's really difficult to move forward, don't you think?
I think it would be better if we discuss things in person when we meet. Things often get misinterpreted when we talk over messages. I want to have a calm conversation, face to face, so we can understand each other better. What is going on here? Why am I the one who has to wait outside like this?
Well, if you really want to come inside, I suppose you can, but just know that there won't be a seat for you.
What is this about? Why is this happening?
Today is May's face-to-face meeting, and I've made a reservation at a fancy restaurant. Oh, but don't worry, there's no seat for you, so you'll be standing.
I'm just going to leave. This is ridiculous.
Well, go ahead and leave then. I bet you can't even afford the price here, can you? So, in the end, it was pointless for you to show up.
I see. Understood. But just so you know, if this situation goes further, I'm not responsible for what happens next.
You, stuck in poverty, does not belong in our family. Eventually, even Cam will realize that. You think we want someone like you as part of the family? Think again.
Someone like me, huh? I understand. Thank you for making that clear. But just so you know, Cam said that if I'm leaving, he's leaving with me. Just letting you know.
Wait, Cam is leaving with you? That's not how this was supposed to go. There's no way this can still be a meeting now.
Honestly, I'm not even sure who you were hoping to meet. But regardless, that's how things are. I'm leaving now. I've got it all figured out, just so you know. After all, I'm just another outsider to you, right? I get it now. Don't worry about me anymore.
Wait, where did Cam go? All our relatives and people from the company have gathered here, and now he's nowhere to be seen. Can you tell him to come back soon? It seems like he hasn't even responded to May's messages yet. This is all a mess.
Hasn't May told you anything yet? He said he wants to call off the engagement. That's what my son has decided. After everything, after all the plans, that's what he's decided? Just like that?
What? Call it off?
He mentioned that he contacted May directly, but did something change? Was there a misunderstanding? Or maybe you didn't know?
What's going on? What is Cam saying? After all the time we've spent organizing this, after everything we've done to make sure everything works out, he can't just cancel the engagement like that. I won't allow it. He doesn't get to do that to us.
It's not up to you whether you allow it or not, is it? This is their decision, not yours. Neither I nor Cam have any reason to listen to you or be dictated by you in this matter. We're adults. And don't even get me started on the business deal. What happens to that now? I'm not sure if you know, but my husband's company was supposed to collaborate with Cam's company. We were about to form a partnership that could have been really beneficial for both sides. Even if the wedding is off, surely the deal should go ahead, right? We can still work together. Business is business, after all. That collaboration will also be canceled, and I'll make sure of that. I'm done with it. Done with everything.
Wait, what? What are you talking about? I'm not asking you, I'm asking Cam. Did he really say that? Did he actually tell you that? Or is this something you're deciding for him now?
It's not just Cam. My decisions are final on this. You might think you understand the situation, but I've been deeply involved in running the company, and I hold the power to decide what happens next. Even though there are other projects I'm working on, the real authority still rests with me. No one else. And the business partnership between your husband's company and ours, it was my idea. I proposed it. The reason? It was a chance for your husband's company to grow, to improve, and for the both of us to benefit from the deal. But now, with all of this happening, with all the tension, the trust is gone. The chance is no longer there. And now it's just unfortunate. I don't think your husband will ever see that kind of opportunity again with us.
Wait a second, what do you mean? You're the one who's the chairman. You're the one who really runs things.
Did you honestly think that Cam built this company on his own and turned it into something successful? Cam's company didn't start on its own. It was originally a subsidiary of my father's company. It grew and flourished under Cam's leadership, yes, but the company itself, the very foundation, that's my father's legacy. I know it might have been hard for you to see, especially since Cam became famous as this young, promising entrepreneur, but there's more to the story than you realize.
So you're not just some poor woman who was dumped by her husband?
What? My husband passed away 10 years ago. You didn't know that? It seems like you were so busy judging me that you didn't even bother to ask. But that's fine, I suppose.
I didn't know that. I had no idea you were so involved in the company's management. This changes everything, doesn't it? I didn't expect any of this. You've been running everything all along, and I had no clue.
If Cam wants to marry May, then I was willing to overlook your rude behavior. I was willing to tolerate everything, the disrespect, the rude comments, the actions that made me feel uncomfortable, for my son's sake. I thought I could handle it. I thought I could endure it. I was willing to suffer through all of this for him. But in the end, you went too far. Your words were too much for me to bear. So I made the decision to leave. I couldn't stay. But you know what? Cam, my son, he made a decision too. He chose to leave with me. He chose us over you and your family.
What about May? What's going to happen to the wedding? This isn't just about Cam and May anymore. You've torn everything apart, and now look where we are. It's so unfair. What are we supposed to tell her? She deserved to know the truth.
That's not my decision to make. I can't speak for Cam and May. But don't you think Cam made himself perfectly clear earlier? He said if I left, he'd end the engagement. He didn't hesitate for a second. He meant it. You heard him, didn't you? Or were you too focused on defending yourself to really listen?
I thought he was just saying that out of anger. We didn't understand what was going on. We didn't know who you really were. We thought we could fix things, that things could go back to normal. We didn't realize how serious he was.
Cam made it crystal clear. He said that if you insulted me, he would cut all ties with you. You heard him say that too, right? He wasn't kidding. He wasn't just venting. He meant it. And now, here we are.
I get it, but breaking off the engagement, canceling the business deal, it's all too much. I'm sorry, I really am. I understand now, and I'll make it right. I'll do whatever it takes to make up for this, to make things better. Isn't that enough? Can you forgive me? Can we just move past this?
It's too late for apologies now. Do you really think an apology changes anything? You've shown who you really are, and that's not something that can be easily erased. Your behavior, your words, it's all been too much. I can't just overlook that. And neither can Cam.
Why? I'm really sorry. I understand now, and I've learned from my mistakes. I promise I'll never do anything like this again. Let's put this all behind us, okay? Let's move forward as family. May loves Cam, you know. She's not to blame for any of this. We should all just take a step back, start over, and build a real relationship. We can begin again, face to face, as families should. Please, let's make this right.
It's not enough. You've already crossed the line. Cam has made his decision, and it's final. I don't want to be part of a family like yours. And as for the business deal, it's over. There's no chance of it ever happening now. After meeting you, I can see exactly who I'm dealing with. Your husband might be afraid to speak up to you, but that doesn't change the fact that if we ever did go through with this deal, you'd manipulate everything in your favor. It would never be a fair partnership, and I won't stand for that.
That's not fair. Are you really saying that everything we've discussed is off the table?
Yes, that's exactly what I'm saying. It's all over now. Every plan, every agreement, every idea we had, done.
This is too much. What are we supposed to do now? We were supposed to be family. Shouldn't we support each other? Shouldn't we help each other out? That's what family does.
Family? You're not family to me. You're just a stranger, someone I don't need in my life. Didn't you say we were strangers earlier? Well, as strangers, I'm leaving now. It's been a waste of time, and I'm done. Now please, enjoy your dinner with your family. I'm sure they'll be thrilled to have you.
Mom, I'm really sorry for making you feel that way. I should have noticed it earlier. I should have realized sooner.
But you don't need to apologize for this. How are you supposed to know that May's mother would act like that? You had no way of predicting that. The real question is, are you really okay with this? Calling off the engagement, canceling the business partnership, is that really what you want?
You saw it too, right? May's face?
Wait, what do you mean by her face?
I mean the way she looked when she was with her mother, berating you. She looked so pleased, almost like she was enjoying herself. She was throwing out insults right alongside her mother, all with that smile on her face. I don't want to be with someone like that. I don't think anyone would. And honestly, I had my doubts about the marriage too. There was always something off about it.
Doubts? What do you mean?
It's hard to explain, but I always had a feeling that May was hiding her true nature. I suspected she might share her mother's arrogant mindset, just pretending to be something she wasn't. Like she was wearing a mask the whole time.
Ah, so you think she was hiding it well up until now?
Yeah, but after seeing how she treated you, it became clear. I realized that all along it wasn't me she was interested in. It was my money. I'd seen similar behavior before, but I never quite caught on because she was so good at pretending. But if she truly loved me, she would never speak like that to my family. No one who truly cares about you would do that.
If you feel that way, then I trust your judgment. I won't argue with you. You've made your decision, and I'll support you. If you're confident in this decision, then I trust that it's the right one.
I thought when she booked that fancy restaurant, it was for a proper meeting with her mom, not some ridiculous standing room nonsense. I never expected her to act like that.
I was just as surprised as you were by that. But I guess this whole experience is a lesson. Maybe next time, you'll be more careful about who you trust and how well you get to know them. Sometimes people can hide their true intentions for a long time.
You're right. I'll be more careful. I've learned my lesson for sure.
I really hope nothing more comes of this. That woman, she doesn't seem like the type to let things go easily. She's persistent, and I wouldn't be surprised if she tries to make things harder for us.
Alyssa, I'm really in trouble. Please, I'm begging you. What we did was a mistake. I realize that now. I'm truly, deeply sorry for everything. But if we continue down this path, our company will collapse. It'll be over. Please reconsider the business partnership. We need you to help us. We need to restart the plan. We can still make it work.
Are we seriously having this conversation again? I've told you before, no matter how many times you ask, it's in the past now. There's nothing more I can do for you.
Our company is on the verge of bankruptcy. If it continues like this, the entire burden will fall on my husband's shoulders, and I can't allow that to happen. We've already reached a breaking point. The only way out of this is with the business partnership and the investment you promised. Please, we need it.
I've already said it's impossible. And if your company is really about to go under, why not ask the parent company for help? The problem lies within your management, doesn't it? You were aiming for independence through the business partnership with us, but now that it's off the table, you'll have to figure it out on your own.
This is exactly why we're stuck. We can't do it without your help. You don't understand. We're running out of options.
Wait, you can't do it? Let me guess. Did you embezzle company funds? Did you misuse the budget, and now you're facing bankruptcy? That's why you can't go to the parent company, right? And now you want to come back to us for the partnership and investment? You're asking for help because your financial mismanagement has caught up with you, aren't you?
So it's all out in the open now. There's no point in hiding it anymore. I admit it, yes, we messed up, but please, you have to help us. I don't want everything to fall apart. The business, May's future. We can fix this if you just give us another chance.
You know what? Even now, there's nothing I can do. You made your choices. Your company's situation is a result of those choices, and I don't think it's something I can fix. May be hurt, but that's not my responsibility anymore.
May is hurt. How could she be hurt? Don't turn this around and act like she's some innocent bystander. She's as much a part of this mess as anyone else. She got caught up in the drama, and now she's playing the victim.
Don't you dare say that! May has nothing to do with your mistakes. Sure, she might have been after money at first, but in the end, she really did fall in love with Cam. She's not the person you're trying to paint her as.
Oh, really? Then why, when things got tough, did May completely change her behavior toward me? I saw it in her eyes when she insulted me. If she truly loved him, there's no way she would have spoken to me like that. A person who genuinely loves someone doesn't treat her family like dirt. That wasn't just a moment of frustration. It was deliberate.
I see. So this is where you're going with this. You still don't understand, do you? I had to make her act like that. I knew that if May didn't show that coldness towards you, Cam would have second thoughts. He wouldn't have been able to make up his mind, and I couldn't let that happen. I had to make sure Cam would finally see things clearly. It was a necessary strategy.
You're telling me that her acting like that was all part of your plan? That you manipulated her to get her to behave that way?
Yes, May didn't want to hurt you, but I pushed her into it. I knew she wouldn't be able to do it on her own, so I made her promise. You don't know what it's like when you're desperate. I thought this was the only way. I thought that if May acted cold and distant, Cam would realize just how serious the situation was. But now look where we are. It's all falling apart.
And now you're blaming me for this mess? You can't just manipulate people and expect everything to turn out fine. You've ruined everything, and now you want me to fix it? She is locked away in her room, not even speaking to anyone. You're the one who made her this way. I didn't want to hurt anyone. I didn't want to ruin everything, but I felt like I had no other choice. I thought that if I could just get the partnership back, everything would be okay. May would be happy, and we'd all be saved. But now everything is falling apart.
You can't keep using excuses. You used your company's funds to cover up your problems, and now you're paying the price. It's not just a mistake, it's criminal. You need to face the consequences of your actions.
I know. I've already said that, but we were in a tough position. My mother was sick and the stress was overwhelming. It didn't justify what I did, but I thought I was doing the right thing at the time. I thought this business partnership would be the answer. It was supposed to fix everything. We could all start fresh. May would have a bright future, and it would solve all the financial troubles. But now it's all a mess, and I don't know what to do.
I'm sorry you're in this situation, but I can't help you anymore. You've made your decisions, and now you have to live with them. You and May both need to take responsibility for your actions. I can't keep bailing you out.
What? You can't do this! How can you just turn away when everything's falling apart?
Maybe you should have thought things through more carefully. You made these choices, and now I'm making mine. My response is based on what you've done, and you have to accept that. You've hurt a lot of people with your actions, and now you need to deal with the fallout. It's not just about you anymore. I've made my decision, and you need to respect that. May needs to understand that too. You both need to learn from this and move forward. You don't get to keep asking for help every time you make a mistake. Cam, about May.
What's going on? Has she said something again? She can be so persistent.
No, it's not that. I'm just wondering, was May really after money the whole time?
What's with the sudden question? What are you talking about? You've seen how she is, right? You were there when she showed her true colors. That's who she really is. It's not like we're imagining things.
But what if it was something her mother forced her into? What if that's the real reason she acted like that?
What are you talking about?
I mean, think about it. Look at how you've seen her mother act. Think about how things went with them. Maybe even try talking to her again. Do you really think she was acting of her own volition, or was she pushed into behaving that way?
What's going on with you today? You're acting strange. What are you saying, really? Why bring this up now? I've made up my mind. I don't want to talk to her anymore. I can't. Not after everything. I can't just forget about what happened.
I'm not asking you to forgive her. I'm saying we need to think carefully about this whole situation. I've been thinking about it, and I've come to a decision. I'm stopping the business partnership, but there's something else I've been considering.
Something else? What are you talking about, Mom? Are you okay? You're sounding a bit off today.
I want to hear your opinion as a company president.
Alyssa, I'm happy to report that our company has managed to overcome the crisis. The repayment schedule is progressing as planned, and we're finally seeing some stability. I want to thank you again for all the support you gave us during that difficult time.
I'm really relieved that what you said turned out to be true. I had no idea you came from a single mother household, and to be honest, I was completely surprised when I found out. But after hearing that your mother was ill and that her treatment costs were what put you in that situation, I completely changed my perspective. It made me realize that you've been dealing with so much more than I initially thought. Because of that, I decided to go ahead with the investment.
Thanks to your support, our company was able to stand on its own, and we've begun to get back on track with management. I truly thought everything was over after the business partnership fell through, but with your investment, we've been given a chance to rebuild. I can't express enough how grateful I am. Thank you for helping us. Looking back, I see how my own background of growing up in a single mother household led me to act the way I did. I regret that I said such hurtful things during that time. When I was facing difficulties with my stepmother, I never imagined I might do the same to someone else, but I realize now that I let my worries about May's future cloud my judgment. I was desperate to ensure that she wouldn't suffer the same way I did, but I see now that I was too forceful, and that it affected those around me.
As for May and Cam, it looks like they're still meeting each other, right? I truly hope that they can find common ground and work things out in a way that leaves both of them satisfied.
By the way, you were the one who spoke to Cam, weren't you? You're the one who encouraged him to reconsider, to take a step back and really think things through?
Oh no, I didn't do anything major. I only suggested that he talk things out, that he should have a conversation with you to understand what was really going on. But ultimately, the decision was his. It seemed like he really needed some time to figure out his feelings and see what May truly wanted. He wasn't going to make any decisions until he was absolutely sure of what was in his heart.
Let's keep watching over them and hope that whatever happens, they both find a resolution they can live with. I can assure you, I'll never insult you like I did before. I've learned from this experience, and I'll make sure to do better in the future.
I understand, and I'm glad to hear that. And I also won't hold anything against you. There's no need for any more hostility. I truly hope that you continue to do well. You and your husband deserve all the happiness in the world, so take care and stay strong. Several months have passed since that initial meeting. A lot has happened since then, and it's almost hard to believe how much has changed. Cam had initially broken off his engagement, and at that point, it seemed like the future was uncertain for him and May. But in the end, after a lot of reflection, Cam made the decision to reconcile with May and try again. I think it was a decision that surprised some people, but he truly seemed to be following what felt right to him in that moment. Though we ultimately decided to cancel the business partnership we had planned, I didn't feel that it was an entirely wasted endeavor. In the end, we chose to make an investment to help May's family, and I'm glad we did. From what I can see, May, her mother, and her husband are all working hard to maintain their sense of individuality and not lose themselves in the process of it all. it's clear they're trying to make the best of things, even though it hasn't been easy for any of them. As for me, I've made the decision to step back. I've been closely observing Cam and his choices, and while I still believe in his potential, I also realize that I need to focus on my own path now. I trust his judgment, and I'm hoping that this reconciliation with May will lead to a better future for them both. But I don't feel the need to involve myself any further. I've learned that sometimes you have to let people find their own way, even if it's not what you would have chosen for them. Reflecting on the past, I couldn't help but feel that the way things unfolded, especially the actions that were taken, were pretty low and disappointing. However, over time, I came to understand that Anita, too, was simply a woman who cared deeply about her family's happiness, especially the happiness of her children. That realization made me feel a sense of peace. We're all just trying to do our best, in the end, and I can appreciate that. Moving forward, I want to make sure I don't lose sight of what truly matters to me. It's easy to get distracted by everything going on around you, but I'm determined to stay focused on what's important in my life.